Continuing the exploration of advanced supply chain negotiation strategies, it is important to delve into the concept of integrative negotiation, which means more interactive as well as more interpersonal, also known as win win negotiations, which focuses on creating value and expanding the pie for all the parties involved rather than just talking about one person or one party. In contrast to disruptive negotiation, which is characterized by fixed sum mindset and a win lose orientation, which means that they will only feel that this is only a one sided negotiation. A win lose orientation integration. Integrative negotiation seeks to identify and capitalize on opportunities for mutual gain, which means that you give and you take as well as we give and we take. So, highly effective negotiators understand that by collaborating and finding creative solutions, they can achieve outcomes that are superior to what could be achieved through a purely disruptive approach. A disruptive approach is where you are only looking for your own benefits, which is not integrative and which is not collaborative. The key to successful integrative negotiation lies in the identification and exploration of common interest and shared goal. So, the key to successful integrative negotiation lies in the identification and exploration of common interest and shared goals, which is beneficial for both sides. So, highly effective negotiators invest time and effort in understanding the overall needs and motivation of all parties involved. So, they're looking for the benefit or the mutual benefit for both sides. And how they do it? It's by uncovering these common interests. Negotiators can identify areas of potential collaboration and value creation that supports both sides. Looking into it a bit more insightfully, highly effective negotiators also recognize the importance of open and transparent communication in integrative negotiation, which means that it is an open-ended communication and they are not holding back unnecessary information. Also, fostering an environment of trust and collaboration, which is by openly discussing their interests and concerns, negotiators can work together to find creative solutions that meet the needs of all parties. So they are creating an impression whereby the negotiation is happening because both parties wants to gain a certain horizon. In real world, the application of integrative negotiation can be seen in various supply chain scenarios. For example, when you are negotiating contracts with suppliers or vendors, highly effective negotiators would seek to understand the supplier's long-term goals. So they are looking strategically into suppliers and vendors' goals and looking into finding out a mutual benefit for both sides. So looking into long-term goals as well as challenges. So they look into alignment of their objectives with those of suppliers or vendors, and negotiators can explore opportunities for collaborative as well as value creation. So, such as joint process improvement initiatives or what you call a shared risk management strategies is something that becomes beneficial for both sides. So, sharing strategies, sharing goals, sharing challenges is one key aspect of this highly integrative negotiation that we are talking about. When it comes to implementing integrative negotiation, there are several strategies that can be employed. First and foremost is negotiators must adapt a collaborative mindset and approach the negotiation as a problem-solving exercise, which means that they are trying to understand a situation, define the problem, and then come to some sort of a solution which is mutually agreeable by both sides. So this involves reframing negotiation from a win-lose scenario to a win-win opportunity and focusing on expanding the pie rather than just dividing it, which means that they are trying to expand the overall market share for both sides. Secondly, negotiators should invest time and effort in understanding the underlying needs and motivations of all parties involved, which means that looking for some mutual benefits for both sides. Now, this may require active listening, asking for probing questions, and seeking to uncover hidden interest. So, things which are there but then they are not obvious, so they try to uncover that and define them in a more concrete way. Also, by understanding the underlying needs. So, there are needs by both sides, but understanding them in a more integrative way helps the cause on both sides. So, by understanding the underlying needs, negotiators can identify areas of potential collaboration and value creation, as mentioned in the previous section. Lastly, negotiators must be skilled at generating and evaluating options. They do not only look into the problem, but all the available options to come to some sort of a mutual mutually agreed upon conclusion. So this involves brainstorming creative ideas that address the interest of all parties and then objectively evaluating those options against defined criteria. So brainstorming generates a lot of options which creates momentum for both sides. By involving all parties in the option generating process, negotiators can increase the likelihood of finding mutually beneficial agreements. So, in summary, integrative negotiation is a very powerful strategy for achieving win win outcomes in supply chain negotiations. Highly effective negotiations who embrace this approach invest time in understanding common interest, foster open communication, and generate creative solutions. By implementing strategies such as adapting a collaborative mindset, understanding underlying needs, and generating evaluation options, negotiators can enhance their ability to create value and achieve successful outcomes.